Good afternoon everyone, welcome to Virtual FMR. My name is Clive Finnimore and here we go, it's Bag That Badge time. Tonight we got a humongous 11 kilometres to run, including the lead in. I think the actual run is supposed to be at 10.2 or something, or 10.3, but I think it's about 11 kilometres by the time we finish. So we've got 1 minute to go until lift off. Just going to make sure my little avatar is walking at the same time as me. Yeah, there he is, he's all good. Hello Anthony Anderson, hello Tina. 9 kilometres per hour, Tina's asking. That sounds like a good plan, Tina. If you fancy a little increase at some point you can, but we'll start at that, see how we feel. It's a bit of a longer run tonight. We don't want to burn out before Saturday morning park run and Sunday morning race day. Good evening, Seb Running. How the devil are you, buddy? Jonathan Perkins says good evening. Amy Green says YouTube doesn't like you tonight, Tina. What's that? Tina, by the way. Tina says, why is it not showing my name? Oh yes, and then Amy's saying YouTube doesn't like you tonight. Here we go then, 10 seconds to go. 9 kilometres per hour to start with. There we go, we're running at 9. There's a nice bunch of people here tonight, look. Look at them all. Everyone's here to run this Bag That Badge. If you haven't run this route before, you will unlock the badge at the end of this route. Anthony Anderson did it last week. It does work. It is currently 5.1 degrees centigrade here in the Cornish garage, hence why I'm wearing a fleecy jumpery thing tonight. It's a bit chilly. Jonathan Perkins says, yes, sounds good, maybe a small progressive. Good evening, says Sebastian. Anthony Anderson says he's cold. Hello, Sally Howarth, how are you? Thank you for joining tonight. That's cold, Tina, she says, that's cold. Yes, Sally. Welcome, Darren. Hello, Darren Vandit. Thanks for joining us tonight, buddy. Good to see you. We'll be taking it nice and easy tonight, Darren. Park run in the morning, race day on Sunday, so trying to save a little bit of energy. You know, we all like to taper and have a good few days rest before we run. Or we just keep going. Darren says, yo! It's so good to be back, guys and dolls. Good to have you back, Darren. My heart rate monitor just pinged off. Oh no! How am I going to do this? The catch is playing up. I'm going to have to jump off a minute. Back on again. Got it in my hand now. Let's see if we can put it back on. The fastener. The little loop fastener sort of folded in on itself. So it doesn't work as well as it used to be. I think we're in. I think it's back on. Right, spin it round into position. A quick jump over the fence. Let's hope that does it. Let's hope it stays on this time. I've changed the batteries, by the way. Last night it was reading a bit high, and I was couldn't understand why normally I should have been at about 115 to 120. We were running at 130 to 135. So we thought we'd try changing the battery tonight for the run. And at the moment it seems to be where it's supposed to be. About 123 with all this faffing around at the beginning, jumping in off the treadmill. Starting to feel bored now. Right. So Tina's called a Millie Jack 2 tonight on the virtual FMR chat. For some reason, she's either signed in as someone else, or YouTube has diverted back to a different name. Body battery tonight for Tina, 40. Training readiness at 72. That's good, Tina. Sebastian's asking if Tina is running tonight. Yes, Tina's running. She's right behind me. Currently running at 9 kilometers per hour. Jonathan Perkins says, yes, she's right there. Tina says she'll have to change her handle later. Anthony Anderson asking in game, is this a might be steady or not run tonight? We'll all have to keep an eye on Tina. Who can tell, Anthony, says Tina. Tina's saying in game, can't you see me, Sebastian? So in game tonight we got Sebastian, who's actually the sweeper, sweeping up, picking up all the gel wrappers tonight. We've also got Anthony Anderson, Jonathan Perkin, Tina Beard, Sally Hayworth, Darren Vandit's up there somewhere, he's probably gone off at 200 miles per hour. Amy Green, hello Amy. The gang's here tonight. Good to see you all. Had a nice day at work tonight. Tonight. It's be blue skies, sunny but very cold. No wind though, so it was actually quite enjoyable. Pottering around the place doing my jobs at work. Darren's just done a 30k bike warm-up this evening, and now he's joined us here on to get his Toefield Tornado Run badge. Thank you, Darren. Darren, you are a machine, buddy. Check of the speeds, make sure nothing's happened whilst I've been looking. Anthony Anderson slides and speeded up ever so slightly. Tina, Jonathan, Amy, Sebastian and myself all still running on 9 kilometers per hour. Tina has removed her first jacket, 15 jackets to go. I'm starting to feel warm now, my zip is slowly dropping down. Orange is starting to poke out. Jumper still deployed, says Jonathan Perkin. Nothing changed here, Sebastian. Oh no, that's not Sebastian. That makes a change. Oh yes it is. Nope, it is. Both Sebastian and Darren Vandit are running topless. Darren says nothing changed here, I'm topless. Sebastian says topless running, 20.5 degrees centigrade. Slowly creeping up here in the garage now, 6.2. Darren also has an aircon unit and a fan blowing at him, as well as not having any top on. Right, so the heart rate monitor for me tonight is definitely where it should be. So it looked like the battery was getting a bit iffy last night. The log burner is lit. In House of Tina. I haven't lit mine tonight. I've got my daughter's friends staying, so a bunch of teenagers in the dining room, crashing out in there. So it's best not to light the log burner tonight because they'll end up with their head in it or something. Safety first. We've got the heating on tonight. No log burner. Sebastian's got the fan on, but he hasn't got the aircon on. Sebastian's been ordering his nutrition sweets again. He's ordered the immunity bundle, Tina, so lots of vitamins there, I'm guessing. One kilometre done for the Beacon group. Well done, gang. Everyone's eyes are now on Tina's speed. 8 minutes 42. First kilometre done. 10 to go. Oh, we have a slight speed change there, look. 9.1. 9.1 kilometres per hour for the Beacon Group, everyone. If you're going to join us on this nice, steady, progressive tonight, I'm sure it won't be too crazy. Sebastian's asking if we can stay at 9 a bit longer as he's tired. It's only 0.1, Sebastian. It's only 0.1. Did I drop the ride-ons? I can't remember. Let's try it now. There we go. Ride on. Just dropping some ride-ons quickly before I forget. Went to the home screen. Hit the one that comes up there. That usually gives everyone that's running on Zwift who is in your friends list a ride-on. And then I drop back to the map. Hit the little circle in the centre of the screen that drops ride-ons around you to people that you have met for the first time on here or are not in your friends list. Everyone else, cyclists and all that. So everything up to date. Back to the chat. It's a long way to go today, says Sebastian. It is indeed. I'm guessing this is one of the longest Bag That Badge runs there is on Zwift at the moment, unless anybody knows of any longer ones. I can't think of any. They're usually around 5, 6, 7, 8 kilometres. But this one officially, I think is 10.3, is it? And then the other day we thought it was 10.7, and then Tina told me it was 11. So that includes the lead-in, probably. Tina Beard is hungry, so she wants to get it done. The answer says, no one dares to stay at the back just in case. Jonathan Perkins says his legs are feeling surprisingly heavy tonight. You've had a good week a good training week this week, haven't you, Jonathan? So it's probably taken its toll a little bit. This will either help you loosen them up, or it'd be hard work. But don't do too much, buddy. If you feel any time you want to drop speed or pull out 5k, you're more than welcome. But you won't get the badge then, so you'll have to keep going. Part run tomorrow, Jonathan. Anyone else got part run tomorrow? I know Tina has. Tina's got to go every week now, so she can hit, is it 350, Tina, or 250? You've got to reach before Christmas, so you've got to go to every park run to hit that number. I'm on number 80 tomorrow. So tomorrow will be my 80th park run. 20 to go until I get the black t-shirt. Darren's asking everyone to join his event next week. It's this time next week at 6:30 p.m. It will be in the Zwift companion app, I'm guessing. So next Friday we'll be here at 5 to do the Bag That Badge. I don't know what it's going to be next. We'll leave that to Tina. And then if you fancy joining Darren at 6:30 next Friday, jump on. Zwift Elite Runners, I'm sure it's in there somewhere on the companion app. Is it, Darren? Is that correct? Jonathan's got a park run sandwich tomorrow. 2 long runs filled with a 5k part run. Yummy. Jonathan thinks he's on about 84, so I'm guessing that's his training readiness. Tina's saying we need to join Darren's event next Friday instead of this one. I tell you what, I won't be doing a crazy 18km/h run. Yes, Tina, we'll have a think about that. Well, remind me, obviously, of course, after the weekend on Monday, when we meet up for our various runs Monday and Tuesday. And we'll have a look, see if we can find it in the companion app. And have a look, see what it's all about. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan, Tina. Approaching 2 kilometres for the Beacon group. Oh, number of part runs. Jonathan Perkins on 84. Well done, buddy. 4 more than me. So tomorrow you'll get 85 and I'll get 80. So 5 more than me. Well done, Jonathan. I've picked it up a bit this year. I've been to every part run every Saturday this year. Apart from 2, which I had an in real life event elsewhere. 100 miler and 100k. That's the only 2 I've missed this year. So we've had a really good push, excuse me, push. Sorry. Beep. Sebastian will be censoring me in a minute. So yes, we've had a big push on parkrun this year. I actually started parkrun about 3 years ago or so. But then due to house move, job change, injury, I sort of backed off it a little bit. Including Zwift a little bit last year. Once life settled back down, after the move and the job change and everything went back to normal, I was able to get back to running just before Christmas. And been running ever since, every week. So a good year mileage this year. A few nice big runs in there. Lots of part runs. It's only a 5k social, says Tina. Next Friday, so that'd be good, wouldn't it? We'll have to see what time it is in UK time. So it's probably around the same time, isn't it? About 5:30? Is it on the companion app? Should we have a look? Today? Tomorrow? Oh, what happened then? Crashed. Something's happened. Where's events gone? There it is. Monday, Tuesday, will it have it on there? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I don't think. No, there's no runs currently. Oh look, Pack also do a Bag That Badge as well now. Pack Run 10k, badge hunt. But no, Darren's isn't on there yet, so we'll have a chat about that next week. And when it pops up, we'll remind everyone. So Darren says, yeah, he'll be running easy next week as he's still a little bit under the weather. 6:30 UK time, Tina says, next week. It's borderline a little bit too late for me. It's almost too late. But we'll be finished by just after 7, won't we? And I think, because it's Friday, my wife will be running her drama group. So it will still just about be a crafty run. I'll get away with that one. So we'll look at running with Darren next week, 6:30 UK time. Watch out for that. I'll find a thumbnail. I'll keep an eye on the companion app to see if we can join it via the companion app. Hopefully it's an official run so we can all join it, otherwise we'll have to look out for the link. Sebastian says, "Attention, Clive! The sweeper is coming!" The sweeper is now in front of me. Now I'm picking up the wrappers. Oh, there's been a speed change. That's why we have to pay attention, Mr. Finnimore. Can't have that, can we? We can't have that. I'm supposed to be at the front. I ain't picking up the wrappers today. That's not fair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just realised my counting's out of time with the music. So when I hear it come from my earpiece, it's already 5 seconds behind. So we are now running at 9.3 kilometres per hour here in the Beacon Group. That's wrong, isn't it? I've got it wrong. I was following Anthony Anderson then. Anthony Anderson is running at 9.3. The group is running at 9.2. Wouldn't be the same if it wasn't chaotic, would it? Slow down now. Clive, you're now running too fast, says Tina. There we go. That's more like it. Anthony Anson's now just in front of me. Sebastian's still behind me. Ooh, that's all right, Tina, that's all right. It's still a crafty run. Lucy doesn't get home till about 7 o'clock, so we'll be okay. We'll make it just in time. Anthony's asking me if that was an interval. Felt like it, Anthony. Heart rate's doing very well tonight, actually. Currently 109, 111. Fluctuating a little bit, but it's where it should be. Around 110, 115, running at this speed is where my heart rate should be. Not like last night. So Tina says it is late, but it's a big event set up by Darren and John Hancock. Some sort of anniversary. So we'll try and find a bit more out about that. And we'll do that next week, 6:30 PM UK time. Try and find a thumbnail for the live stream. Hopefully something will pop up in the companion app next week. Pay attention again, buddy, says Sebastian. We have changed speed again. Thank you, Sebastian. It's all a bit frantic tonight. We're already 3 kilometres in. 22 minutes have already passed. 7.1 kilometres to go, apparently, for the badge. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Here's the song, Sebastian. Here's the song. Pump up that volume. Woo! Let's go, everyone. Looking strong. Let's keep moving. So it's that time. Let's all think about form. Let's stand nice and tall. Let's drop our shoulders back, hips slightly forward. Nice deep breaths of oxygen. Keep that heart rate down. Nice and bouncy, nice and straight. That's what we want. Quick ride on check, and there was one extra person there in the crowd, which I hadn't given one to already. I think the jumper is coming on. However, I was getting quite warm, sweaty. Now I've taken the jumper off. I'm absolutely freezing because the t-shirt's wet. Ugh! So tonight's route is the Toefield Tornado Run. We've got about 6.8 kilometres left to go. Nice turnout tonight for this badge. It's quite a big badge to achieve. Remember everyone, if you haven't got the badge, keep running at the finish until the badge appears and it is unlocked. We don't want to run 11 kilometres and not unlock the badge. So make sure it appears. Sebastian says, is this the British engine in front of me? Tina's asking Jonathan, has he been to the gym today? Jonathan says, no, not today. Had a big session yesterday. Just trying to keep it a bit lighter today. This is like almost a steady long run tonight, isn't it? Almost there. It's going to be about 70 minutes by the time we finish. On completion, I'm going to have a shower, get changed really quick, jump in the car, and drive down to Lou, which is a town about 6 miles away, to pick up my daughter and her friends. They've come back on the train from Plymouth. And I think they get back about 10 to 6, but they're going to have to wait for me for about half an hour to 40 minutes down in the town to finish the run. So I'm on dad taxi duties tonight. Jonathan Perkins is going to try and get to the gym 3 times a week, doing the pull, push and under. Tina manages twice a week. I think Tina goes Tuesdays and Thursdays, don't you, Tina? Jonathan's going to get ChatGPT to review his workouts so that he can hit all the muscle groups. Nice one, Jonathan. Well done, Tina. I crossed the gym with my car yesterday evening. Tina says, nice. What did you cross, Sebastian? He crossed the gym with his car. Drove through the open gym. Jonathan Perkins says he's quite enjoying it, figuring out all the different dumbbell exercises. Tina's an expert on all that, I tell you, Jonathan. Tina says it varies each week. She says she's been to the gym today. And now she's joined us for an 11k run. Well done, Tina. Ah, Sebastian drove by the gym today. He had a quick glance in there and thought, nah, not today, we'll go tomorrow. Right, we're just about to hit 4 kilometres, so I must remember to change my speed or I'll be in trouble again. Jonathan's saying to Tina, if you have any good routines, let me know. Sebastian says nobody was in the gym, it was empty. It wasn't 5 o'clock in the morning, was it, Sebastian? person that would be in the gym at 5 a.m. would be Tina. Tina's always the first one out of our little group that we chat on that's up. Always says good morning first. Even tomorrow morning, I'll be just waking up and Tina's good morning will come through. 9 in the evening, Sebastian says. He drove past the gym and it was empty. So our little group here tonight is now running at 9.4 kilometres per hour. We're just over 4 kilometres in now, 29 minutes elapsed. Tina gets up at 6:30 every day. So Saturday morning tomorrow my alarm goes off at 7. However, my weekly alarm when I'm at work goes off at 6:30. So tomorrow I usually wake up around 6:30 anyway, and then go on my phone for a little bit. Then when the alarm goes off, all the morning routines kick in, you know, you get up, you have a shower, you get dressed in the park run gear, go downstairs, feed and water and clean out the parrot, feed and water and clean out the doves, feed the dogs, feed the cats, feed the bearded dragon, get me bits and pieces together, and then I'll be off to park run. About 8 o'clock normally I leave here. Sebastian gets up at 5:50 every morning, his local time, 4:50 UK time. So when my alarm's going off, Sebastian's already up and about. Nice one, Sebastian. Amy Green is wearing a long-sleeved running top tonight because she thought she was feeling a bit cold. She's now seriously regretting it. I know what that's like, Amy. I do that when I go outside, you know. I think it's freezing out there. I put on a long sleeve top, I run down the road, and then within 5 minutes, I'm absolutely baking, even if it's like -1. You're a bit like me, aren't you, Amy? When we're running, we really overheat. Even tonight, I'm feeling quite hot. We're running at 9.4 kilometres per hour. It's currently 6.9 degrees centigrade in the Cornish garage. The fan is on, blowing cold air on me, yet I'm still feeling hot. But that's where you've got to be careful if you're running outside. You're doing an ultra run, you go into an aid station, you stop for 5 or 10 minutes, you go outside, and you get very cold. So you have to make sure when you leave the aid station, you've got your coat on, or a layer of some sort. Because otherwise that's where serious trouble could happen. You get too cold, especially this time of year. Cats wake Jonathan Perkin up at 6:45 every morning for their breakfast. My house does get very restless in the morning as well, Jonathan. The cats are digging at the dining room door, and the dog is starting to wander around the bedroom. We've got wooden floors in the bedroom, so all you can hear is his toenails tapping as he walks around the bed, waiting for someone to put their foot out. Tina says if we have rain in the morning, she is not going to park run. Tina, you've got to. Put your new coat on. Tina, I feel exactly the same in the mornings. But I hate the thought if I don't go, everyone else will get another park run and I won't. You know? And I hate getting up when it's cold and wet. I hate getting out of the car at the other end and running down to the start line. I hate the first 1 or 2 kilometres. But then once it's done, it's like all these runs, Tina. You're so glad you did it. Sebastian says he's finding it very hard to learn to drink more fluids during the day. Very naughty, Sebastian. Don't tell Tina that. It's an absolute must, Sebastian, she says. Yes, I'm just as bad, Sebastian. I'm terrible. So far today, all I've drank is 2 cups of coffee and about a mouthful of orange juice when I got home. Probably about 100ml, if that. I've got a drink here with me, which I haven't even started yet. My problem is I start drinking about now, and then I'm weeing all night. So then you get restless night. And Garmin tells you off for not sleeping well. Green says her fan is on as well, but she's still overheating. Lucky she's in the garage tonight because her top might have to come off too. She'll be joining Sebastian and Darren with the no running shirt. The no running shirt run. Jonathan Perk says, my daughter bought one of those carbonated drink makers. Is it still called SodaStream? So we now have Coke on tap. Tina loves fizzy water. Tina, the problem with the fizzy water was I was drinking too much this time of the day. And then I was getting, believe it or not, some form of indigestion when I was going to bed at night because of all the fizz and the gas. I was waking up and nearly being sick. So I've switched back to ordinary water and I haven't had that since. So it's obviously all that carbonated water I was drinking in the evenings. Sebastian's asking, is fizzy with gas? Yes, carbonated, says Tina. What, no double XP, says Anthony Anson. No, it's all gone, Anthony. We have to wait for another year now for some double XP. Any other ideas, says Sebastian, about trying to help him drink more during the day? Sebastian, you could carry a bottle. My kids, when they weren't drinking enough, we bought them a bottle which has a measurement on the side telling them the daily intake. They even had times of when they're supposed to take a bit of water in. You can buy special bottles to fill up to remind you how much to drink. Try that, see if you can find any online. I like my fluids ice cold out the fridge. Warm water I do not like. It's going to be ice cold. Put squash in your water, Sebastian, says Tina. Make it taste nicer. Sugar-free squash is good, says Jonathan. Especially grapefruit flavour. Ah, never heard of that one. In our house it's usually blackcurrant or orange or tropical fruit one. Any energy drinks is very bad, says Tina. I know so many people that drink them. I'm a maintenance man at a care home, and so many of the carers drink those energy drinks. I tell them off every time I see them drinking them. I sip of water all day long. That way I'm always hydrated. So Tina takes the little and often approach. Set a timer, Sebastian. Set a timer on your watch to remind you every hour to have a drink. Jonathan Perkins says, do film by Run 500 if you want double XP. Is that still doing that, Jonathan? That's me for today. Effing shattered, says Darren Bandit. Darren, thank you for joining us today, buddy. We will see you next Friday, Darren. Well done, Darren. Darren says, I'm in touch with Zwift HQ, so I need all the support I can get to see this platform reviewed and upgraded as deserved. Thank you, Darren. Cheers, buddy. I will be live streaming also next Friday, Darren. Have a good evening. See you next week. Jonathan Perkin tends to drink tea by the gallon through the day. I would be weeing all the time, that's my problem. My body doesn't seem to retain it. The more I drink, the more I wee. Sorry everyone. It's a very true fact. Have we gone up speed? Have I missed anything? Yes, here we go, look. Missed that one. Or did I? Nope, now I'm jumping the gun. Hang on a minute. That's a big change. 9.4. 9 point what speed are we running at now? Tina says I need to educate my kidneys. 9.5. Thank you, Tina. Sebastian is Googling, does Germany have squash? It's going to say yes, you need a small ball and a racket performed by 2 people indoors against a wall. Sebastian says yes, it exists. But it is not as popular as in the UK. It is called Gortankatsarip. Sorry, Sebastian. Tropical flavours would be elderflower, woodruff, cherry, and orange. What's woodruff? Asks Jonathan. Tina has a small creeping plant in the garden called a woodruff. Tina, go taste it. Tell us what it's like. It has herbal properties, apparently. So does what keeps popping up on my YouTube recently? Sticky bud. You know the weed sticky bud? I can't remember the proper name for it. But if you soak that in water overnight and serve it cold, it's really good for you. It's got lots of antitoxins in it. So I'm going to give that a try. And also stinger nettle, which I know most of you probably already know, is really, really good. Anti-inflammatory and other properties. It's strange to think a stinger nettle is an anti-inflammatory when it stings you, your arm swells up. Jonathan Perkins says elderflower is nice. I've got them in my garden as well. Jonathan Perkins says his dad used to make elderflower champagne. Anthony's asking Amy if she's going for gold. Amy's doing her usual burst at the end. She's very good at that, Jonathan. Anthony. She thinks if she's going to get hot and sweaty, she's going to do it in style. I like it. There's a very technical answer there from Sebastian with scientific plant names and stuff. I don't know where to start with it. Feel free to read it at your own. It's widely cultivated for its flowers and its sweet-smelling foliage. Woodruff. .6 everyone, says Tina. 9.6 kilometers per hour for the Beacon Group. Thank you, Tina. Tina says there's a woodruff outside her conservatory. It's lovely, she says. Do you know what I used to have outside of my conservatory at the old house? It was like a curry plant. It had little yellow flowers, and when you open the conservatory window, the whole house would smell like curry, and everyone thought we were cooking curry, but it was this plant in the garden. So here we go then, quick form check everyone. Just hit 6.5 kilometers for the Beacon group, 44 minutes in, heart rate 118 for me, that's where it's supposed to be. Definitely battery last night in the heart rate monitor, so that sorted that. I'm surprised I remembered. I literally remembered about 10 minutes before the run started. When I went to get the heart rate monitor out the airing cupboard after drying it off, I thought, oh yes, battery. Found a battery, which is a miracle in this house, that I actually found the correct battery very quickly. It was under the stairs in a drawer named batteries, believe it or not, and there was a battery in it that fitted my heart rate monitor. And now it seems to be working as it should. Tina says the plant outside the conservatory covers the floor nicely. When it flowers, it's like a white carpet. Anthony Hans is asking, is there any snow and ice today? No snow today, Anthony. Blue skies and sun here in Polperro, Cornwall today. But the car was solid. I did have to yank the door 2 or 3 times of the car this morning to get it open. I had to sit in the car for about 5 minutes with the heaters on and the windscreen and the demisters on before I could drive off. And driving down the hill into Polperro, there was what looked like a puddle on my side of the road, and when I went over it, the Land Rover actually slightly slipped sideways. So it was black ice, it must have been. So yeah, it's a bit frosty, a bit icy, a bit slippery this morning. I saw Sebastian's photograph this morning from his garden, very frosty, -3. We can have a look at that actually, can we? Let's have a look, shall we? Sebastian, we all looked at your fingernails yesterday in the live stream. There you go, there's Sebastian's fingernails from yesterday. He had his nails done yesterday like Tina. So yesterday was nail day for Tina and Sebastian. Sebastian's got a nice blue starry theme going on to match his Apple Watch. There's Tina's work of art for November, look. Matching her watch screen also. Just in case you missed the pictures yesterday. And finally, let's see if we can find Sebastian's garden from this morning. There it is, look. So there's the view from the bottom of Sebastian's garden this morning, look. Very frosty. -3. It felt like that here, but it wasn't quite as white. It was more solid ice on the floor. Sebastian says, same here, Clive. His Wi-Fi's drive did not start. Battery down. So Sebastian's got an electric vehicle. So does that mean the cold affected your car, Sebastian, this morning? You couldn't start it? Anthony Anderson says you really have to keep your eyes open now. Yes, indeed. I did see it, and it just looked like a puddle. Honestly, it looked like a puddle. And I went through it, and the car just slightly slipped. Going down a hill with sharp bends as well, so good job I wasn't going fast. His wife's car, so Sebastian's wife's car, didn't start this morning. The cold weather drained the battery. The Land Rover was up for it. Just need some winter tyres like Sebastian. Stop it slipping. I'll be going out in a minute. I'll be driving in about half an hour to pick up my kids. Not me baby goats, me children. No goats in the garden yet. Looks like there's been a speed change. Am I correct in saying that? Let's try it. 6.11. Yep. So we're now running at 9.7 kilometers per hour. Approaching 7.5 kilometers into the event. Just under 3 kilometers to go. And then it'll be new badge time. Well done, everyone. Well done. Jonathan Perkins says, yep, his jumper is off. Oh yes, but no fan, says Tina. The fan is on, says Anthony Anderson. So I've got my fan on. I've still got my t-shirt on, which is good. Saying we're running here live on Virtual FMR. So it looks like I'm now running with the sweeper together, as I missed the speed change again. Nothing new there. At the front of our little group here tonight, we've got Amy Green, followed by Jonathan Perkin. Right behind Jonathan, I think that's... I can't see it because the name's so long. It's coming back now, it's coming back. It's Anthony. Behind Jonathan and Anthony, then we've got Tina, then myself, then Sebastian. Heart rate 123 for Anthony Anderson. Very good, Anthony. 116 for me. 134 for Tina. Nice heart rates, everyone. 123 for Jonathan Perkin. Keeping it nice and relaxed. 180 for Sebastian. Sebastian, what are you doing? I think you need to change your battery. Tina says, no, Seb. That must be wrong, Seb, says Anthony. Sebastian's been at the WD-40 again. Jonathan says, we mean heart rate, Sebastian, not cadence. Sebastian says, oops. 8 kilometers done. 2.3 to go. Sebastian says cadence 158, heart rate 141. That's more like it. My cadence is 169. Sebastian says his window is open in his basement. It's -2 degrees with the air coming in. Very refreshing, he says. Very refreshing. I actually think someone's just opened the garage door behind the partition behind me here. Temperature has dropped slightly in the garage. I think it was my wife Lucy retrieving her speaker for her drama session. I did hear the garage door squeaking. It's letting a lot of cold air. Jonathan says Sebastian is going to sprint in a minute. Oh, he's creeping up there, isn't he? I just noticed another speed change by the group. 9.8 kilometers per hour for the Beacon group. Well done, gang. Good work tonight. Wearing myself out nicely before tomorrow's park run. It's not going to be a fast one tomorrow. We plan on taking it nice and easy due to Sunday morning's race. Even that, I'm planning on running it nice and steady. I'm going to try and record it, I think, on Sunday. It might be a disaster. I know that I'm not going to get the full run in because the battery on the 360, is it Go S? Lasts between 30 and 35 minutes. And I'm guessing it's going to take me about 38 minutes to do the run. So I'm going to put the camera on my head anyway. We'll start it off and see what happens. I'll have the control in my hand, so if there's a boring bit, I could just stop it briefly. And then maybe we could get the finish on the recording then. But we'll see. If it's raining, I'm not going to bother because it will just get drips on the camera lens and it will just be a blur. And it is forecast rain here, believe it or not, all weekend. After all this nice icy cold weather, Saturday and Sunday is going to be wet and horrible. Going back up to about 10 degrees, 11 degrees during the day. Sebastian says the road is clean. Well done, everyone. Sebastian's sweeping tonight and he hasn't had to pick anything up. Well done, everyone, retrieving your gel wrappers and keeping them in your pocket. I think my 1 hour of free Krisp noise cancelling software has finished. I slightly hear my treadmill in the background now. Oh, I'm getting told off by Robert. Speed, Amy and Clive. So what are we on now? 9.9 kilometers per hour. Well done, everyone. These increases are becoming more frequent now. Keep your eye on Tina's speed. I'm not sure what the pattern is or the procedure, but it keeps bumping up now and again. So here we are, 8.75 kilometers done, 58 minutes elapsed, 9.9 kilometers per hour, heart rate 117, 1.6 kilometers to go. That hour has flown by, absolutely flown by. The time here now in the UK is 5:58. We've got about 7 minutes to go. That'll give me about 10 minutes to get showered and changed, jump in the car and go and pick my daughter up. Sebastian says, now the British train is behind the German engine. Nicely in the blue tonight on the left-hand side there, look for me. My kilometre splits. Is that blue? It's blue, it's zone 2 on Zwift. Am I correct in thinking that? Tina said, not much new there then, Sebastian. The British engine in front of the German engine in front of the British train. My son drives a BMW, Sebastian, and so does his girlfriend. Series 1, both of them. They love it. They love it. Nine kilometres done. Quick speed check. Tina's bumped it up to 10 kilometres per hour. 10 kilometres per hour for the Beacon group. We've got about 1.3 kilometres to go. Not 100% sure. Some of these badges vary slightly at the end, so like I said before, keep running till you get the badge. We might have to run to 11. We might not. We'll have to see what happens. Hey look, there's a robot fighting on the pavement. I've never seen that before. Or is he fighting or is he dancing? Amy Green loves her car. Amy, what car have you got? Nobody knows what I've got, so I'm going to tell you. I've got a Land Rover. A 19-year-old Land Rover. Freelander 2. And I love it. I can even sleep in the back when needs be. Amy Green's got a BMW. Is it Series 1, Amy? Thank you for the ride on, Pritchard. ZLDR runner. Cheers, buddy. Sebastian's really flown ahead, hasn't he? Looks like Jonathan Perkin and Sebastian are stretching their legs out in the final kilometre in this run tonight. 10.1 for our little group here at the back. Keeping it nice and steady, saving our energy for the weekend. Sebastian says, Jonathan, you're killing me. Come on, Sebastian, says Jonathan, come on. 4 or 5 minutes to go, Sebastian, you'll be done. Sebastian says, okay, here he comes. Well done, you two. Good work at the end. That sweeper red beacon is flying off in the distance. Streaking away. Look at them go, look. I'm getting left behind tonight, look. It's all those speed changes I keep missing. It's up to Anthony and myself tonight to pick up all the rappers. Jonathan says he's going to ease up at 10 kilometres, Sebastian. Not long to go, buddy. Less than a track. Less than a track to go. Well, it's telling us we've got 700 metres or so to go to the finish. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Heart rate for Sebastian, 176. Good work, buddy. Nice effort. Heart rate for me, 122. That's where I want to be tonight. Nicely in the blue. $140 for Tina. Good work, Tina. Hope everyone's feeling all right tonight. Sebastian and Jonathan are feeling a bit knackered now. Hope the Beacon group's feeling good. Well done to everyone at the front. Well done to everyone behind us. Good work by all. Thank you for joining Bag That Badge tonight for the Toefield Tornado Run. I hope everyone gets their badge at the finish line. Another badge unlocked. It looks like next Friday we're going to be running with Darren Vandit at 6:30 UK time. Keep an eye out for updates on that. Watch out for the live stream later in the week. We will of course be back here on Monday for Monday Run Club. Group B for me, come and join us in game. Select the appropriate effort level, how you feel that day. Join us here on Virtual FMR for support. Have a chat, really appreciate your company. And of course Tuesday FMR 500 Wednesday workout, Thursday MHG, and then Friday we'll be with Darren. Well done, Sally. Tina says she's amazed how fast that went by tonight. It did, didn't it? I think we've got about 200 metres to go here in the Beacon group. No problem, Jonathan. Thanks for joining, buddy. Sebastian says, cheers, Sally. Well done all, says Sally. Well done, everyone. Have a great weekend, says Tina. Yes, indeed, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. Enjoy your running. Or whatever you get up to in your gardening and your having a chilling out weekend. Amy's going to be at football training tomorrow and football match on Sunday. Stay warm and dry out there. It's going to be a bit miserable, I think, this weekend. I'll be at Park Run tomorrow morning. Mob match run on Sunday. It's going to be cold and horrible. Sebastian's already under the shower, or nearly under the shower. He's finished his run. He's sweating so much, he's already in the shower. $50 meters to go to the finish. Right, everyone, keep an eye out for that badge. I hope everyone's badges are unlocking if this is the first time you've run this event. Have a good weekend, says Jonathan Perkin. Cheers, buddy. Right, will we get the badge? Come on, badge. Got the badge, says Jonathan Perkin. Well done, buddy. And there it is, the Toefield Tornado Run. Great work. Now we've done it, I don't have to get the pronunciation wrong. The Toefield track, or whatever it was. I'm just going to run to 10.5 because I'm a bit weird like that. Well done, have a good weekend, says Anthony Anderson. I am that person that has to run to the end of the road and back to round it up to 5k. There it is, an extra 10 XP. was alright, wasn't it? Sebastian's knackered. There we go then. Thank you to everyone who took part in the event tonight. Really appreciate your support, and I hope you all got your badges. Anthony already had his, but Anthony, thanks for doing it again, buddy. Nice little workout that, wasn't it? Nice 10 kilometres, nice and steady. Keep the legs ticking over, get up that weekly mileage. That's what it's all about. Hopefully everyone got the badge. Well done to everyone that took part tonight. Jonathan says he's got a lie-in tomorrow, at least at 7 AM. Thank you to Amy Green. Amy says, have a good weekend, everyone. Cheers, Amy. Tina says, thanks so much for the endless chat, Clive. It's so helpful. You got a headache now, ain't you? That was good. Everyone says, Amy. Jonathan says, have a good weekend, all. Thank you to Sebastian, Jonathan, Amy, Tina, Anthony. Who contributed to the chat on the live stream tonight. Much appreciated. Good to have your company. Let's save this rundown. End the run. Okay. Save it to FMR. Click on the little door. I'm done. There we go. There we go. Let's have a quick look at our training readiness, shall we? So it was 78 training readiness. We're just syncing the watch to the phone. It's now 71. So yes, that had an effect on my training readiness. Now 71. Body battery's now down to 19. Sleep score last night was 81. 7 hours 24. Restorative. It was a good night's sleep last night, actually. That's all right. Happy with that. Hopefully it is tonight. Anyway, thank you all so much. Have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy your running, enjoy your gardening, enjoy whatever you get up to. Stay safe, take care. I'll be back here again on Monday for Monday Run Club. Until then, stay safe, take care. See you all again next time. Cheers. Bye-bye.